Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Hammer. Today is Wednesday, November 26th, 2025. I, of course, am Hammer, founder of Originator Success, Grab and Go Social, and Rate Sensei, all products to help my loan originator mortgage broker friends get business online, build your online presence, generate reviews, get business from Google AI search and social media. Go check those products out. They'll help you to get some business heading into 2026. Remember, you can join me live each and every weekday morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. If you're here this morning, say good morning. If you're watching on the replay, don't forget, give me a hashtag replay on the comments. Let me know that you were here. Remember, you can sign up and get a text reminder that I'm going live each day, so you don't have to remember. You can sign up at hmmr.io/reminder or use this cool QR code. If you're on your phone right now, take a screenshot, go to your photos later, press and hold. You'll be able to open up that screenshot. Also, if you'd like to get our free daily lock advice, it's an email that goes out each and every weekday morning, absolutely free of charge. Kind of summarizes what I say here on the lives. You can use it any way you want. You could share it. You could summarize it. You can put it in ChatGPT and send it out on your own, whatever you want to do. ratelockadvice.com, or of course use the QR code. You can also get our text alerts, www.ratetextalerts.com. $7 a month. You can't beat them. You should check them out, or use that cool QR code as well. So let's see who we got here this morning, and let's go ahead and say hi to all the live folks here. Good morning, Lisa Cash. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Good morning, Mr. Randy Tico. Good morning, Holly Johnson. On the road and still joining. Appreciate you. Travel safe. Today's the big day of the year. Megan Massell, good morning. Sean Segaloff, gobble, gobble. Sean, I hope your wife is feeling better and that you didn't catch it. Hope you're doing well. Good morning, Angela Walters. Great to see you as well. Happy Thanksgiving, my friend, to you and your family. Again, so wonderful to have met you in Austin. I was so happy about that. Eric McDonald, good morning, sir. Great to have you here as well. I'm sure we'll have a few more trickling in. Of course, today, it's almost a 5-day weekend with Thanksgiving, isn't it? It's kind of like that. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to jump into everything, and we'll give it to you here. So remember, as it says down at the bottom, there will be no show on Friday. I am going to, there's nothing usually to talk about. It's very low trading volume. Traders will be taking the day off. There's really nothing to go over, and there's no need to do a show. And although I do love spending my time with all of y'all, I'm going to be with family, and I trust many of you will be with friends or family as well. And so we're going to skip that Friday show. But in the meantime, let me show you what we got going on for the last couple of days. We're going to start with a recap. I can't go sideways. Let me refresh this. There we go. Okay. So we'll start with a quick recap of what happened yesterday. You could see mortgage-backed securities at 10 a.m. when pricing came out. We're down here. Nice, steady improvement through the day, right? And then kind of leveled off here. And this is important. I want to talk about this leveling off here. You'll notice it was right around 101.30. Is where we leveled off. And on the show yesterday, I pointed out that, let me switch to, there you go. I pointed out that although right here was 101.41, that was our high point right before the last Fed meeting. But you could see, and if I actually put this out farther, you'll actually be able to see 101.30-ish, this area right here, this yellow line. I was concerned that this was going to be a technical resistance level, and that's kind of what happened. We capped out right there at that level. If we pull this sideways here, there you go. So now let me bring this back up again. You could see it right here. Look at that. Okay, so when you're taking a look here, and I'll use the light blue, you can see, we hit it here. How do I take one spot off to it? If I delete, oh no, I took all of them off. All right, hold on a minute. Let me put the yellow line back here. All right, come on, we can do this. I got this for real this time. Nah, I don't like that one. Hold on. I got to go a little higher. There we go. Okay. All right. So right about here. So as you can see here, 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 and now here, right around that 130-ish mark. This one should actually be lower. I wonder if I can move things after I put it. You can't really, but this one should actually be more like this. So my line's crooked. So we're going to do that to make it, we're going to hide my crooked line by making it a fatter line. There you go. So looking at that there, you can see we are right here. We are I don't want that damn arrow. Come on. There we go. Okay. Right here, we are testing this 101.30 level. And today, right here, we pulled down from it. Right. So that's kind of got me a little bit concerned. In the meantime, though, yesterday there were a lot of reprices better. According to Mortgage News Daily, you can see here there were a whole lot of them here. And that's kind of, I feel like rate sheets have kind of capped out. So rate sheets today, likely the best you're going to see since right before the Fed meeting. Right before the Fed meeting, we had a 6.13, but realistically like 6.19 before that, just very temporary, right? 6.13. And here we are again at 6.20. Better than I thought we would see, but still at the low end of this curve. We've been right around that 6 3/8 area. Now you're at 6 1/4, picked up about an eighth in pricing and rate actually. And I talked about this before. What really changed is expectation of a rate cut here in December. That's what's really changed and why we're seeing this. We're up to an 85% expectation of a rate cut. Remember, after Powell's comments a while back, that had dropped down to like 40%. That was all the way down here. And that is why when we go back and look at rate sheets, you will see that after Powell's comments after the meeting, we pushed up to that 630 mark because everything had dropped down and we were all the way up 6.37. But we've been gravitating here. But this is right now some of the best that we've got going on. And because of that, I would be in quite a bit of a locking stance. If it were me, if they were my loans, I would definitely consider locking anything closing the next couple weeks. Now, if you want to buy a day or two, you could lock on Friday versus today. We shouldn't see rate sheets change much, but we do want to pay attention to the fact that rate sheets are all, or not rate sheets, bonds are already down 6 basis points on the day here. And I think we're probably going to see these turn around and get positive as the morning goes on. There's quite a bit of economic data today. So let me show you here. Today's calendar. We got jobless claims that came out this morning. I didn't look and see what they were. Let's see, jobless claims. Let's Google jobless claims. They weren't even like page one results here. Jobless claims declined to the lowest level since mid-April. That doesn't show economic weakness, so that's why you're seeing bonds not really doing all that great. Again, not a huge thing. I mean, we're down 6 basis points. You look at 8:30 this morning, it is right here. You can see that it did have an effect. We went from 101.27, dropped down to 101.20, and now we're back up to right around 101.27. Now it's 3 basis points. So not having a huge effect on this stuff, but that's what's there. We got PMI coming out in a little while, durable goods. Fed's beige book is at 2 p.m. today. Not expecting much movement. The one thing we do have to recognize, any movement we do see in the afternoon is going to be exaggerated because we have very little trading volume going on. So there you are. That new CME chart is proof positive rates are priced in way before FOMC minutes. Ron put that in there. The new CME chart is proof positive rates are priced in way before the FOMC meetings. Yeah. And that's, it does. You guys all know that though. It's trying to get that across to everyone else. I want to also take a minute and show you, as well as Ron busting my chops, no sobriety test for me this morning. That's a great question of the day. And the question of the day, turkey, ham, or what other food of choice? What are you serving on Thanksgiving today? Let me know in the comments and I'll come back to that. In the meantime, 10-year Treasury, it tested. It was at 3.99 yesterday. Its low was 3.99, but it closed at 3.998. You got to round that to 4. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys aren't seeing that. Let me pull this over a little bit. There you go. Okay, so yesterday the low 3.99. It was 3.987. Today, and it closed at 4. That 4.0 is definitely a line in the sand. It's a magic marker. And today, this morning, 4.03. So again, we're seeing the 10-year Treasury yield bounce higher. It's bouncing higher from that 4, and we've seen mortgage bonds. We've seen mortgage bonds bounce. We've seen mortgage bonds bounce lower after hitting this 101.30 mark right here that I've told you is such a line in the sand. So with all of that, that's why I would be locking. Not anything that was like 30 or 60 days out, but anything near term, I would be locking. Now, as we get to the Fed meeting, we'll talk more about that next week. I mean, we've still got 2 weeks before the Fed meeting. Next week will be, within a week of the Fed meeting, and we'll talk more about it. But it's unlikely that we're going to see things improve much because market conditions for things to continue aren't going to change. So, but anyway, so that's it. This is probably some of the best rate sheets. If, it's a good way to go into the holiday. We've got some nice pricing. Lock it in. Don't worry about it over the weekend. Anybody that's that wants to gamble, but it's not likely we see rates move much lower. When we get to that Fed meeting, the Fed is not likely to give a very dovish message that's going to continue to push rates lower or see things go lower. And we're gonna get a lot of data in January, and that's when we'll be able to see if rates are going to move lower. We're going to get CPI data, inflation data again. We're going to get jobs data, 2 reports before that January meeting. We'll get them in December. So I said in January, but a lot of it's in December as well. So next month we'll see if we can see things move lower. Right now, we're not poised to. In order to see things move lower, we would have to definitely see a really, really weak jobs report, not just one, but maybe 2 of them. We'd have to see conditions that inflation is improving, because inflation is still gonna shore up bonds and bond prices, and investors have options. They're not looking for the safety. Remember, it's not just the Fed that's driving this stuff. It's investors can put money into bonds. They're only going to take and go with a lower return if they're seeking that safety. And right now, there's too much AI money out there in the stock market. There's too much going on. We're not there yet. This is the low point of rates. As we go into the year, it's a good time to see about locking up some deals. So Ron said, ignorant me, did not realize OS has a regular coaching call. We do every Thursday, dude. How do you know about that, or why did that come up? What did I miss? And we probably are not. We need to do a better job communicating that then, obviously. Every Thursday. I wouldn't call it a coaching call. It's just a support call. We don't have live support at that price point, so we want to make sure you guys get it. Happy Thanksgiving. Awesome Thanksgiving to you too, Yasmin. So the question of the day, again, what are y'all eating? My man, Randy Teakle, he brought it up. Yesterday, I bought a turkey and a ham. So I'm deep frying the turkey. How are you cooking your turkey if you're having turkey? I like to spatchcock it and smoke it, but we're going down to Charlotte because we go to Charlotte. They don't have a Traeger. So we deep fried it last year. I'm going to deep fry it again this year. So we've got it's not a big turkey. It's only like a 10-pound turkey. We don't need like some huge turkey. And so we've got turkey and spiral cut ham. I like spiral cut ham, nice and easy. So we do turkey and ham on Thanksgiving. My wife is trying to lobby all of us to do pizza and pies next year. I don't know if she can get everyone else to go along with it. Pizza and pies. We'll see. Oh, you just saw it on your dashboard. That's good. We're going to be rolling out the new dashboard soon, Ron. I've been working on them. I just got to get them done. And Angie is having smoked turkey and ham. So I like smoked turkey. I'll tell you though, the deep fried turkey isn't bad. Good morning, Thomas Wolf. Lisa Cash is having ham What else? What else y'all having? Turkey, ham, lasagna. I would love lasagna. I love lasagna. Good meat lasagna. But that's a whole lot of carbs. So, anyone watching football tomorrow too? I'll be hoping the Lions win. Anybody playing against the Cowboys? And who'd you all say the Cowboys were playing? Were they playing the Chiefs? I forgot. Let's see. Who's the Thanksgiving football? Yeah. Bengals, Ravens, and what the hell? So we got Packers, Lions, Chiefs, Cowboys, Bengals, Ravens. Yeah. So I don't usually, want to support the Chiefs too much, but I'll definitely support the Chiefs over the Cowboys. Want the Lions to beat the Packers, and I hope the Ravens win. I'd like to see the Ravens come back a little bit. So, Siegel, you going for the Chiefs too? Good. But all right, my friends. Well, I'm going to wrap it up again. It's a light crowd today. There will not be a show on Friday. Once again, let me throw that down on the bottom. There will not be a show on Friday. I will see you in December, my friends. I will see you in December. Sean said, nope, not sick. Wife's still staying home with takeout. Along with the turkey dinner, you'll have rib rolls, pulled barbecue ribs. Meat inside pulled barbecue rib meat inside of an egg roll wrapper and fried. Okay, rib rolls. Siegel wants Green Bay, Kansas City, and the Bengals. All help the Rams. You're a Rams fan. That's true. Jim Bell, go Lions. That's right, baby. They got to look better than they did against the Giants, though. Carmen, happy Thanksgiving to you too. Leroy, happy holiday. And I definitely will enjoy it. So, all right, y'all, I'm going to wrap it up today. I will see you in December. Once again, no show on Friday. Thank you all for joining me today. Appreciate you. Hope you all have a wonderful and safe Thanksgiving. Travel safe if you're traveling. And hope you all have a fantastic one. I'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.